Welcome back, guys, to part 3 of City Skylines. In that last episode, we just started putting down some basic services. We've got our garbage landfill here that's going to be picking up trash throughout the city, and we set up our first police station right here to help keep down the crime, and we set our elementary school to start educating some of our citizens and helping to start level up our buildings. Awesome. In this episode, guys, we need to grow. We have tons and tons and tons of demand. We're going to be setting down a lot of roads. We're going to be setting a lot of new areas and developing a lot of new zones. We're going to try and keep this game acceleration timer on the maximum setting throughout this video as we rapidly expand. So first thing I think I'm going to do is create a new road here for our industry. We're going to do a nice curve tool here. Do something like this. There we go, that looks perfectly fine. And then throw in a road across here just to give them a couple alternate pathways. And let's zone in some of this here. Now, as I'm rapidly growing like this, I'm going to need to make sure I'm keeping on top of my info views. My water's still good. Electricity we were having some problems with, and it looks like we're going to be rapidly approaching this 40 megawatts too. We might need to consider a second coal plant here pretty soon as we keep growing. And the other thing, water. As I was saying, in addition to making sure we have enough water, we got to make sure it's distributed fairly so that all of our new buildings are getting water. So let's fill some of this more in. They want even more industry here, so let's keep filling in some of this. As I'm expanding like this again, I want to make sure I'm paying attention to the city's electrical grid and filling it in a logical way so that the grid can expand with my city. Otherwise, I'm going to run into some problems down the road where I might have a few buildings that just aren't getting any electricity. Right, so that is good. I'm going to create a road up here. Pretty soon here, I'm going to start thinking about upgrading some of these major arteries into 4 lanes. The reason I haven't done that yet is because all this stuff that I'm laying right now is mostly just to get us started. Eventually we'll be able to expand, and I can just use this upgrade tool to quickly replace these roads with 4-lane roads, with just a couple of buildings shifting around and stuff like that. But for now, I'm just going to stick to the 2 ways until I can get my bearings about what I want. So let's put in a nice curve here. I think I can come out just a little bit further. Do something like, that's a little too far. Something like that maybe. Yeah, let's do that. And then I'll put in a little spur right here. I don't want to go all the way because, like I said when I started, traffic becomes a nightmare in this game. And so you want to make sure you're giving your citizens some options, or in some cases taking away options as you're growing. Otherwise, they're going to create traffic problems once you expand high enough. Where we're at right now, I mean, we're not going to get any kinds of traffic problems. I'd be very surprised if we did. But definitely that's something we're going to have to think about here coming up soon. Alright. What I think I'm going to do actually is, while this is all filling in, I'm actually going to create my first little bridge here. And this one I will make 4-way just for right now. Or this is actually, it's going to be a 6-lane road. Why not? 6-lane road. That way it makes a nice, really cool looking bridge here. Check this out. Oh yeah. Let's just make sure this is where I want it. Look at this. Boom. Look at that bridge. That is a cool bridge. What this does is this gets me across the river here. And so now I can create some more riverside property. Just gonna come out a little bit more with like a 4-lane road, just another smidgen. Then now I can create that more of a community on the other side of the river as well. Cool, cool. Let's fill this in a bit more. What are you complaining about? You want water? Alright, we'll give you some water. There you go. And you guys can have some water too, why not? There you go. And then I'll need to give all of my guys over here water. There you go. And let's just keep up with the demand here, some more commercial. And some more residential. Awesome. And maybe we'll put... Now the problem is, once I start zoning this in, this is the other side of the river, which means our city's electrical grid isn't going to be able to cross this bridge. I'm going to have to lay some more power lines once I start putting some buildings in here. So let's put in just our first little bit of residential right here. So that way we can expand the city's electrical grid over there in a logical sense. And I'll put some more there, some more commercial. Now, in fact, I'm going to take this back away. I'm going to be worried about this tip with some noise pollution here. Because these are going to be commercial right next to residential. And that's going to cause me some problems. There are some things I can do down once I get a little bit bigger in population. They're going to help me combat that noise pollution. But right now, I don't really have a lot of options. So let's just keep going, expanding. Get some of this filled in here with industry. Now, you guys might be noticing a bunch of these buildings are starting to burn down. And that's going to happen because I don't have any fire services right now. But it's going to happen even if I do have fire services. These buildings in this game burn down like crazy. And there's really... I mean, obviously I can put in a fire station, but even if I do put in a fire station, it's still going to run into this problem. So... for right now, the best thing I'm going to be able to do is just bulldoze all of these little buildings that are burned down. And that's going to allow them to regrow and repopulate. Uh-oh, we don't have power? Oh yeah. Look, we've maxed out our power. So now I think we need to create a new coal power plant to help keep up with demand here. And I think this one is just going to go right next to the old one. Here, let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone and bulldoze that burned down building at the same time. There we go. And I'll break that one, break that one. So that shoots us up to 80. That's going to be good for a very long time. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Right. More zoning. Lots of zoning. I told you we were expanding in this episode. Let's go ahead, get all that in, and I need to run this power line. We're just gonna run it right across the river here for now. One day, eventually, I'll be sprawled out over here, and I'll be able to delete this power line here, but since I'm crossing the river here, I'm gonna need it for now. And I can fill in all of this, lots and lots of residential demand. And I think I'm going to give them an alternate path here across the river. There you go. Now you guys have a couple of ways to get to the other side of this river. Awesome. Let's keep filling this in. Residential. Residential is really the thing you need the most of in this game from what I've seen. Some more commercial up here. I think I'm going to mostly just expand the residential over here. So I might even dezone some of this residential just so it doesn't have problems with noise. And then I'll replace that all with commercial. Now, you want to be careful not to exceed the demand, because if you do that, you're going to have a lot of empty spaces, and that can cause problems for you down the road. You might have some that are not connected to your electrical grid, they don't have water yet, things like that. And so if you just make sure you're putting in the buildings as they need them, that's really going to eliminate a lot of your problems, especially early game like this. You guys don't have water. There's always something to do in this game. There's always something that you can do, more roads that you can build, all kinds of things. Buildings that need to be destroyed because they're on fire. You won't let me delete you while you're on fire? This little shack. Does anyone even live here? There are 2 adults and 3 young adults that are living here. The king residence. Well, you're on fire, and no one's gonna help you. So I'm sorry. Good luck to you. Anyways, citizens burning aside, we need to expand this out, I think. Let's put the snap tool back on so I can try and get a nice road going out here. Come out over here, up here, and over. Oh, that's a little too far. Let's try that again then. Come out. I don't want it curved. I want to just kind of come out. You won't let me kind of come out. Okay. Well, we'll curve you then. And I have a ton of residential demand. Uh-oh. What just happened? No one has power anymore. What's going on? Uh-oh. Oh, crap! My power plant's on fire! Oh, no! Oh, that's not good. I am actually gonna create a fire station just to fix that, because otherwise I would be having some major problems if this thing goes down. That would cost me a lot of money that I don't want to spend. There we go. Looks like they put out the fire. That was scary. That was just really unlucky. Of all the buildings that could have burnt down, that was not the one that I wanted to burn down, definitely. But that looks like that's solved. Can I get this with just one pipe here? I hope that's good enough. We'll see. Right. So let's throw a road down here. Throw one here. And lots of residential demand. Lots of it. Let's fill all this in. Expanding, expanding, expanding. Alright. Let's go over our info views really quick. Our electricity, we just solved that problem there. Water. Still doing good, but see, it's starting to drop. We're going to need to put in some more utilities there soon. Garbage. Look, this landfill's already at 39% full. I'm gonna have to think about putting in a second landfill here pretty soon to help meet the needs. Education, we don't really care about yet. Citizen happiness. This is something that I'm gonna start looking at here pretty soon. These guys are all happy because they have all their services right here, but the rest of the city's not too happy. These parks here, that I haven't really looked at yet, but I'm gonna start banging some of these in yet. Let's put one in right now. So, for example, if I create a little road here, let's just create like a little gravel road coming out, like right here. All right, then I can. Oh, we're a boom town, 2,600. That gives us a third area. We don't even have our second one yet. Transportation. We can lay some bus routes. That's exciting. That's not something I'm gonna do just yet, but definitely down the road. I'm gonna spend a ton of time looking at transportation. Another ore industry specialization. That's for our industry. We'll look at that soon. some more policies. We've unlocked some intersections to help us plan our roads, and we unlocked the highway. Remember, guys, we're going to run that highway down our city all the way through the center. That is going to be fun. It's a pretty ambitious project, though, and I'm not sure I'm going to take it on just yet, but soon. We're getting there. We've unlocked the bus depot. That'll help us with setting our bus routes. The advanced wind turbine. This thing's actually pretty good, but you have to put it on water. And we do not have a lot of water available to us, so I don't think we're going to be using that in this town. But if any of you guys have like an islands map or a map with a ton of water, this is definitely an electricity option that's worth checking out. They're pretty powerful. They give like 30 megawatts or something. And the cemetery. These things, I hate deathcare in this game. Your citizens will die constantly. And I don't know if I just am doing the mechanic wrong or what is going on, but it seems like deathcare is something in this game that will never be solved correctly. I can't figure it out. I don't know how to keep a handle on all these dead people. So actually, before I even finish this park, the first thing I'm going to do here is throw in a cemetery. Just right here in the center of our town, and I'm actually going to throw one over here too. Just because, and you'll see these two cemeteries that I did right off the bat, that's not even going to be enough. I'm going to need more. In fact, you're not even part of the electrical grid, so I'm going to zone in some more residential here to try and get to you. There we go. So hopefully that gets powered up here pretty quickly. Deathcare is a nightmare in this game. And we'll take another look at that, and you'll see there will still be dead bodies piling up everywhere. Right. Anyways, back to our park here. So we have a lot of different options. We've got a small park that's kind of just like a cool little... It's got like a little pathway through the middle with some trees. I'm gonna speed this back up. Whenever you hit a milestone, it brings your speed back down to 1. Anyways, then we have a small playground. That's just like a little neighborhood playground. It's really small. And that's what's really nice about this. You can fit it in a lot of places. Plaza with trees. This thing's about the same size, but it's more like a sort of a commercial kind of thing that you'd put in the middle of a city. Then you got a park with trees. This thing is huge. It's hard to find a spot that you can fit this, but they look really cool. They're really like foresty. They've got a lot of like trees and stuff around. These things look really cool. I'm going to want to put some of these in places just because they look really cool. And then a large playground. This one's not that big. This one's nice because it's at a different angle than most of the other buildings, so the other parks, so you can kind of fit it in cooler places. Then we got the plaza with picnic tables. This is the same thing, but the other orientation. It's this nice little rectangle that you can kind of fit in like little nooks and crevices that you've got. This Japanese garden is really nice because it is super tiny. You can fit this thing in just about anywhere along your city. Like there's pretty much, like even right here on this little corner, I couldn't fit anything. I could barely fit that building in. But I could put in this Japanese garden there, and they look pretty cool. And the last one is this Paradox Plaza. This is like a cool little like water feature kind of thing, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty small too, and so you can throw one of these in pretty easily. So let's put one in. Let's put in a playground. What should we put in? Maybe a plaza with trees. Yeah, let's put it on a plaza with trees, and we'll put it in right here. And then watch this, guys. Right, see how all these buildings here, they're all red because they don't have anything? I'm going to put this in. Boom. Everybody's happy, and everything's starting to lighten up. And you see all these green arrows that are happening everywhere? These are all buildings that are leveling up. So that is awesome. You see, if I click on one of these, you can see it's leveling up to level 2. That is awesome. That's going to let more people live there. That's going to make them so that it's more expensive. They're paying more taxes. They're benefiting our society more. That is awesome. And so once we start throwing in these parks everywhere, that's going to be happening a lot more. But for now, like I was saying at the start of the video, we just want to keep expanding. Let's get all this residential in here, all of this zoned in. You can see we already expanded over to that cemetery. Alright. Since I don't have a fire station, I am going to be getting a lot of these burned down buildings that I got to keep on top of. So let's keep going there. And look, see, I've got the fire station here. Just right, where am I? Like, where was this? Where'd I put it? There it is. I've got the firehouse here, but I'm still getting burnt down buildings. It's just, the building's just not good. It's not very effective. I mean, it did its job. It saved the coal power plant, and that's all I wanted it to do. So that's good enough. I'm happy with that. But we'll see. We'll still get burned buildings over here, even though we've got the firehouse. Right. Keep on expanding. Let's throw some of this in. We can expand over here. We can get the other side of this. Alright. And I think that puts us in a pretty good spot for this episode, guys. Next episode, we're just going to be doing more of the same. We're going to keep growing, keep growing. We're going to try and get to past 5,000 population, just as a little goal here. I think we actually have a milestone at that point. 5,500. That's we're definitely going to hit this next episode. I think we're going to bang in some of those parks here, too, in this next episode. Try and raise our happiness, try and level up some more buildings. So definitely you want to come check out that next episode. And look at how busy we're getting. Look at all this. This road is crazy. Maybe we're going to look at some more transportation options. Oh, there's so much to do. So much fun we're going to have. Definitely come check me out next episode, guys. Take care.